comments. Hooray. Hello. Welcome. Okay. So now that I've got that working, I am here to talk about step one of the Hello Summer Beach Bag Crochet Along. Oh wait, hold on. Sound over here. Sorry. Okay. Um, the first clue or step, if you're not doing the mystery side of it, since there were spoiler pictures available in Ravelry, the first step dropped yesterday, so you may have already gotten started on it. If not, that's okay. You can still buy yarn and jump in whenever you're ready. So we are doing in this first step the footprint. So it's the bottom of the bag, and it's just a rectangle, right? So we are working. Oh, I don't remember. It's like 28 or 46 rows. I don't remember. I'd have to look at the pattern. I meant to do that before I started and I forgot. Hi, Trish. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so yeah, single crochet, the mighty, mighty single crochet. This is my next sample swatch, and it's not there yet. I started it just yesterday. So this is a size 3. It's going to be about 16 inches long. And then right now it's only about 3 inches wide. So I'm going to make it about twice as wide. So it's going to be the second size width, which is about 6.5 inches. Now you see how it's rippling a little bit there at the bottom? My gauge when I started on this was a little bit looser than it ended up being further in. But that's okay because, it's going to get stretched with use. So it may end up being a little bit wider than 16 inches, but that's okay. I mean, it's not a garment. It doesn't have to fit me, right? It's a bag. So if it's a little bit smaller or a little bit wider, that's okay. The most important thing with setting yourself up for the filet crochet stitches that we'll do in the body of the bag. So you just want to make sure that your stitch count is on, or that you follow the modification guidelines to ensure that you can do that filet crochet stitch in the round when we get to that part. Okay, so mighty, mighty single crochet. This is a look at, oh, we don't want to focus on the single crochet. Nope, doesn't want to do it. Okay, so this is my third, actually it's my fourth. I started a size 1 bag too, but I'm a little bit further along with that one. I can't show it to you yet for those of you who are still doing this mystery style. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you real quick, because there was one thing that my tech editor and I talked about with the instructions. So this is my great big, no, there we go. This is like a t-shirt yarn, all right? And so for this pattern, we're just starting with a chain, or if you prefer, you can do the foundation single crochet. It doesn't really matter. Both of them will work. So I'm just going to do 6 stitches here. And then I like to work into the back bump of it. It really wants to focus on me, doesn't it? Okay, that's cool. So what I want to show you is where to put your stitch markers to mark the bottom edge of it. So I'll show you on my bigger swatch, but I also wanted to show you here, and I understand it's backwards with the video and all. That's one reason why I like doing classes with Zoom, because I can have 2 cameras set up. If anybody knows how to do that on Facebook Live, I would love to hear what your tricks are. Okay, so no, doesn't want to do it. Okay, so on the bottom of your first row, so you've got, let me get my smaller crochet hook. So on this side here, this is the top of your first stitch, and down here this is the bottom of it, right? So we want to put a stitch marker in the bottom of this stitch as well as on this side, right? So over here on this side, this is the bottom to mark the corners, all right? And then you would continue crocheting up this way until you get the size that you're going for. But we want to mark the bottom of the stitches on the first row so that when you get to the end, you have you can have all four corners marked. So this is a little bit too wide. But see here, this one is marking this corner, and then this one would, well, this is holding my yarn, but then I would mark this corner, and then on this side, this one's marked in the bottom corner, and then we would mark this one. So when you get to the end of the first step, you want to mark your corner stitches. So that's at the top and then just in the bottom loops. So in the instructions for row 1, that's what I'm talking about when I say to put your stitch marker in the unworked loops on the bottom of your first row. So I just wanted to clarify that because, like I said, my tech editor and I talked about it a little bit. And of course, I included the picture so you can kind of see how that goes. But yeah, that's really all this first step is doing this bottom. It does take a while. So I think for the size 1 that I did, which was 8 inches by about 4, so 8 by 4 inches, that one only took me about an hour. But the size 4 bag took about 4 hours. So if you haven't gotten started, if you haven't picked a size yet, and you are concerned about how much time investment it's going to be, pick a size based on that. So, you know, if the size 1 bottom takes an hour, and that's the first step of 4 for the pattern, then you can probably count on spending about that much time. Probably less for the next step, and then probably more for the body of the bag. And then the handles always take me a while because it's going to be more single crochet because it's so nice and sturdy and strong. Now, I'm going to show you, this is the ultimate market bag, my other primary bag pattern, and this was my original prototype, right? It's huge. You see how big it is? So this was one size too large for a full cone, one of those cones of kitchen cotton. So I did one size smaller for the large size in the pattern once I finished. So this is my original market bag. This thing is over 10 years old, and I have torn the bottom out of it and then reinforced it. But this is just single crochet. And the reason that I did this was because I would put this bag on the back of my stroller when we lived in Williamsburg, and I would take my kid, we would walk to the grocery store, and then I would load this bag down with all the groceries, milk, canned foods, bottles of juice, all the stuff. And it would, you see how tall it is, right? So it would, I'm hung up on my chair here. It would hang down on the bottom of the stroller, and it dragged on the ground if I put too much in it. And so one day I had a carton of milk, and these 3 spots were from the carton, the corners of the carton of the milk dragging on the ground. Otherwise, I have not had any issues with this bag. This thing has held up remarkably well. And part of that, I believe, is because this bottom is solid single crochet and the handles solid single crochet. And so I took those two features of this bag, the Ultimate Market bag, and I incorporated them into this new bag pattern, the beach bag, because I knew it would make it strong. It's a lighter weight yarn. Hampton is. It's a DK weight 3, and it's, what is it? What's the fiber content? Sorry. It is 70% cotton and 30% linen. I wanted to get the percentages for you. So, and this is 100% cotton. So it is a little bit, this would be a sturdier bag, but I really wanted to be able to do the filet crochet and open it up, give us more possibilities for words or initials or patterns or whatever. Because that was something that I considered with this, but it was too big. It was just too big. So you can look forward to that in the body of the pattern if you haven't already peeped the spoiler pictures. Trish, I know you have. Tova, I don't know. Are you doing this mystery style or are you doing it? Did you go ahead and take a look at the pictures? You'll have to let me know because I'm curious. Yeah, I don't think I really have anything else to talk about for the bottom of the bag. It's just a rectangle, all single crochet, pretty straightforward. Just you want to make sure that you mark those corner stitches. So it's the first and last stitch at the end of your last row, and then it's the bottom side of your first and last stitch of row 1. So if you've got any questions about anything, feel free to comment here on the video later during, like, after this is done. When it comes back up, you can comment there, or you can pop into the Facebook group and ask there. There's the Ravelry group. You can ask questions in there. You can email me or direct message me if you need to. I'm more than happy to help you in whatever way you need to get a good start. Tove, you're trying to do the mystery run? Okay, awesome. I was kind of excited that I found a way to kind of do both with the spoiler pictures and Ravelry and everything. So good. It'll be a surprise for you. That's awesome. I think it'll be fun to do it that way too. But I know not everybody loves a mystery. I am one of those people. I'm like, I don't know if I want to commit to this. And so I like to see what I'm getting into up front most of the time. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. So share your pictures as you get started on this. Share your questions or concerns that you have. If you've got questions about sizing, if you're subbing out yarn, if you're using the kitchen cotton, obviously your bag's going to be bigger. If you have questions about hook size with the yarn, just anything that comes up, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. I'm here to help you and support you as you work through this pattern, and really any of my others. But since this is talking about the crochet along for the bag, that's I want to open it up to anything that you need to ask. But yeah, this one's pretty simple getting started. Just single crochet back and forth in rows. Oh, Tove, what size are you doing? Have you decided yet? I know you've got your yarn ready. I saw the picture. It's so pretty. It's green and yellow. It's very springy. It's going to be a breath of fresh air every time she shares pictures. I can't wait. I'm getting tired of these. I like seafoam green and coral and the ecru color that is the natural undyed yarn with this, but I'm kind of getting tired of working with them. Size 2, awesome. That was my other original sample, was the size 2 bag that I worked with the coral, and it's a good size bag. I think it would be perfect for a quick trip to the grocery store or books, library books. A small beach bag would be fine too, but yeah, all right, size 2, excellent. So this bottom section will probably be a couple hours of work for you, give or take. But it should be pretty easy, pretty zen, pretty relaxing to get started on this. And that's what I want you to do with this. I want you to kind of just enjoy the journey of creating this bag. As school gets started, yesterday was my son's first day in first grade. He still is of the opinion that school is boring. But I'm hoping that will get better as we progress further into the school year. But he's been rocking drop off, so I'm happy, and I pick him up and he's happy. So we're good. We're good. And of course, I have a quiet house for most of the day, so that's nice. I can actually string thoughts together and get some stuff done. I sent like 3 emails and did some social media stuff yesterday morning. By like 9:30, I was like, wow, it's amazing what I can do when I'm not interrupted every 30 seconds. So yes, sorry, I'm bumping the camera. Yay for returning back to school and coming up on fall soon. But it's still almost 100 degrees here. I wouldn't mind going back to the beach myself. So it's a good project to work on because it's still relatively lightweight. Unless, I guess, if you're making, I admit, when I was doing the handles on my size 4 beach bag, I was like, oh, I gotta get this thing off of me. It's too hot. So, all right, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna let you guys go. Tove, Trish, thank you for chiming in. Lillian, hi, thank you for joining us. So yeah, drop any questions you may have here in the comments below the video once it posts. And yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys make. So I will talk to you soon next week. So Thursday, I don't know. Don't make me lie to you. I don't have a camera here or a computer. No, a calendar. A calendar. I don't have a calendar here. Next Thursday, the second step will drop, and that's going to be turning. We're going to start, instead of working in rows, we're going to work in the round. So we're going to start working in the round with step 2. So that will be what's coming at you next week. In the meantime, good luck. Ask questions, share pictures of your yarn and your first few stitches as you get started. I would really love to see them. Oh, Rhonda, hi! You had a sneak peek at the photos. Okay, cool. Well, have a good trip to Florida. Hopefully you're taking it with you and you'll be able to work on it a little bit. If not, jump back in when you get back. I hope you have a really great trip. Thanks again for popping in, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.